goes up.
If you had a bucket, it's 100%. I think it should be at least at a younger age, 50-50. So get a good base in the weight room, right? Get a good base in your speed work, get a good base in your conditioning, get a good base on your proper COD mechanics, proper agility mechanics, and then just go play. And then you can start to really hone in on more specific skills as you get older. So I would say do a good mix of both. Because you want to keep it fresh. Obviously, for younger kids, you want to keep it fun. You want to keep it engaging for them. Because as you probably know, like the attention spans with kids nowadays is a little bit lacking. So I would say split it down the middle. So it's fresh. Every day you work on something a little different. Like if I notice the kids are getting hammered outside of here, like let's say they're at practice 3 or 4 days a week, especially in the midst of a club season, we may just do a mobility day, and then all right, let's spend 20-30 minutes on our mobility, just stretch, roll out, just focus on some small things, some small muscles we may neglect a little bit when we're hitting our big lifts, and then we'll move on the turf for 30 minutes, and then we'll get you out of here.
Does it change for like if a middle school 7th grade guy came in, sophomore guy came in, college guy, a professional? Does the sort of like method to the madness change, or you stick to the same principle?
Same principle.
Yeah. Same
principles, because you can never. My thing is you can never not do basic things.
Yeah. You
can just get better at them. And everyone kind of starts in the same bucket. Some may advance a little quicker, but everybody kind of starts in the same spot, so to speak, and then they just kind of, all right, you're good here, boom, you add this. So we could have one drill that we're doing, especially when it comes to our movement. All right, you got it, now let's add this. All right, you add this, you keep doing it that way until you get it. All right, you got it, now add this, boom, add that. So you can have one drill and have it be 4 different ways, just based on who's in it,
Yeah. If you had a kid that you could just control exactly what they're doing from the time they're born until they're out of athletics, ideally, when would you have them starting to get in the weight room, starting to do different sport-specific stuff? Just perfect world if you could just be like, all right, this kid, I'm just going to tell him exactly what to do from his own entire life, her entire life. What would that kind of look like for you?
Because I'm starting to see him younger and younger. As young as like we were talking about is 9. I think that's probably the perfect age because they retain a lot more information than we think, and you don't have to load them up with any type of weight. At that point, you're just teaching them the proper movement patterns. Here's how you squat, here's how you hinge, here's how you row, here's how you push, this is how you carry. And then you start to add certain things to them as they get older. And then that's probably the right age to start them with actually moving, because they're like the perfect kind of mindset, because they don't have any bad habits built in. So you get someone who's 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, they already got habits that they built in. They're a lot harder to actually break, because you have to like break them down and like build them up, and sometimes breaking them down is tough. Because you're like we were talking out in the field, you're always going to revert back to what you've done and what you're used to doing. So the younger the better, because you can actually catch the habits early.
And then when would you add weight?
Depends. That's case by case. There's no set like, all right, we turn 10 and we're gonna start loading you up like that. That's literally case by case. Some people may need to do bodyweight stuff for 2 years. But there's ways to make that tougher. You can slow your tempo down. You can add pauses. Manipulate the reps a little bit. So there's no set age. Just everyone's gonna progress at their rate.